All right. So to our scholars that are just joining, you are welcome to this section. And it's nice having you here once again. If you are joining, please, as you join, use the chat section to introduce yourself. Tell us where you are joining from, and if you have questions to ask at the end of the section, please do it to send in your questions using the question and answer section, or you can as well use the chat section. So you are all welcome, and I hope that with time, more of our scholars will join as well, right? So it's my pleasure to welcome you all to another exciting section of our monthly webinars. And today we'll consider a very important topic that we cannot just overlook, and it's on mastery essential tools to elevate academic and professional work. As students and professionals in various fields, we know how important digital tools are. And at some point in our careers, we do need digital tools to help make our work easier. And we might have also played around these tools, and peradventure we might have used them wrongly as well. So today's session, we be talking basically on how to use these digital tools for our productivity and for the efficiency of our work. So as technology is advancing, it is our responsibility to also advance with the use of these digital tools, and that we are able to leverage these tools for our benefits and not to our doom, right? So this is why we are having this webinar today. And our speakers, they are both ready to enlighten us on this section. So it's my pleasure to welcome our speaker. First is Dr. Marwa Malki and Gastin Nagi Jimana. So Dr. Marwa is an experienced professional with expertise in social work, local development, capacity building, and digital transformation. She is skilled in designing programs and that fosters social cohesion, entrepreneurship, and employability. Dr. Mawa has proven ability to lead projects and deliver measurable outcome. She is committed to driving meaningful community-focused initiative. And our second speaker is Gastin. Gastin is a founder and the CEO of Medigo Care, a WMI scholar, a medical student, and a digital health advocate, passionate about using technology to strengthen healthcare systems. As the founder of CEO of Medigo Care, he leads a youth-led tech initiative that aims at promoting health while empowering future health workers and leaders with tech-driven problem-solving skills. Gaston Gaston currently serves on the Global Advisory Board of the Wells Mountain Initiative, and previously led youth engagement as Vice President of the Medical Students Association of Rwanda. As a data science fellow, his journey is characterized by leadership, innovation, technical expertise, and a strong commitment to inspiring and equipping his fellow youth to achieve their full potential. So with the level of knowledge they both have acquired, they are both well positioned to give us the right level of exposure needed to leverage digital tools for productivity and efficiency in our academic and professional work. So with this, I want to quickly welcome Dr. Mawa Malki, who will be taking the session first, and after her, Gaston will go next. So, Dr. Mawa, you are very much welcome to start the session.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for the great introduction. I'm so honored to be with you today. I'm so excited also. I hope my intervention for 30 minutes will be beneficial for all. I will share my screen and I would make it like interactive. So please feel free to, when I ask question, to interact with me. You don't have to raise your hand because I expect when sharing screen, I cannot see the hands, so I'm sharing right now. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Perfect. So, thank you for the introduction. So, no need to introduce myself again. And since we are talking today about mastering essential digital tools for academic and professional success, so I would like to ask the participants why we should master essential digital tools and why we are here from your perspective. What do you think? Seems participants are still shy. You can say whatever you want. Why do you think, since you are students or some or most of them are looking for jobs in the market, why we have to master the digital tools? Why? What do you think? Okay, it seems I have to do it like a lecture. I don't mind. I can take the lead. It's okay. So,
Sorry, in the
yes.
chat box, they are dropping in some answers for you. You can please check.
I can't see. Can you help me, Gaston, to share with me their answers?
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, sure. Yes, please.
David just dropped an answer. He said the world is growing and advancing digitally, so it is very essential for our daily operations.
Exactly. Exactly. So, whether you are a university student, so you are preparing yourself for the career, or early professional looking to stay competitive, this session will help you to improve yourself and to know more about the digital tools and AI tools. Okay, so first, let's talk about what does digital mastery really mean. First, anyone has an answer about it? Do you know what is digital tools? Can you give me examples about digital tools? Have you ever used digital tools? Like what? Because usually there is confusing between digital tools and AI tools.
Okay.
Anyone have any answer? Thank you. Gaston, anyone answered this question?
Yes,
Or I can
Lemmy
go.
Micho has raised a hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you could please open the mic,
Yes.
Lemmy.
Go ahead. Just I want first to know your knowledge and your perception about digital mastery. When you heard about this session, what was your expectations? What was your expectations about what you are going to learn?
Okay. Beatrice just gave an answer. She said digital tools, examples of digital tools are Trello, Slack, Microsoft Teams.
Trello. Bravo, exactly. So, what does digital mastery really mean? It's about how to leverage from the technology to enhance your productivity, to build professional networks, and to create opportunities. What does it mean? It means that you are really understand how to use tools. First, you have to know the tools, then how to use them to solve your specific problems and how to adapt to technology. So this is first. It's about being beyond basic tech skills. And for sure, it's professional advantage for us and to help you and to help us to optimize our workflow and to do our tasks with efficiency. So this is the means of digital mastery. Let's move forward. And why, as I asked before the question, why digital fluency in our career, it's like a superpower. There is some studies and some numbers to make you sure that you are attending the right session. Digital fluency, it's so important because it makes you like someone indispensable in any role you have later on, either as a student now or as an employee later on, or maybe as an entrepreneur in the market. So first, being fluent in digital or digitally fluent, it's enhance your employability skills. And there is a study that 87% of jobs now require digital skills, and employers see candidates who can navigate digital workflows, collaborate remotely, and leverage technology for problem solving. So digital fluency, as we said before, it makes you indispensable in any role. Second, why digital fluency? It's a superpower. It helps us in the competitiveness that we are facing now in the market. So to be honest, now there is less opportunities and more job seekers. That's why we have competitive market. To distinguish ourselves, first, we have or we should have this career superpower, which is the digital fluency. And we will talk later on about what are the main or important digital tools to be with us. So competitive advantage, why? To create impressive portfolios and to be ready or able to automate your routine tasks and
Gassi, can you please go ahead? It seems Dr. Mawa is disconnected right now.
Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Yes, you can please drop in a chat box to see if you can. All right. So, Marwa was talking about why do we really need to be digitally fluent? So, I can see many of you have been sharing. Why do you think we need to be digitally fluent? Anyone with an opinion? No long opinions here. You can please share. Why do we really need to be digitally fluent? Anyone? Please, you can share in the chat box.
hello again.
Hello
Gassim,
again, Marwa. Can see back again.
Welcome back, Dr. Mawa.
I'm so sorry, but as you may know that in Lebanon we have always problem in electricity, and suddenly it's not available now. So I'm joining for my phone. Sorry.
All right.
So I'm waiting for the electricity to share my screen. So far, I can continue just by talking, if you don't mind.
Please go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So you can share the document. Share with you my document. to present it. 1 second.
Yeah, sure. I can share it for you here on the screen.
Okay, perfect. But let me first continue my idea when talking about why digital fluency it's a superpower in our career. So as we said before, it enhanced your employability presence. It enhanced your being able or to be ready for competitive market. So it's competitive advantage and for future proof career. So one additional question. From your perspective, dear participants, after we were talking about digital tools, let's move to AI tools. What is AI? What do you know about AI? I know it's artificial intelligence. All of us know this. What is artificial intelligence? And many has to. Someone is answering. We have steps introduced to implement the digital health program in her system as doctors and health. Okay, perfect. So you are trying to say that digital tools or AI, it's integrated now in health system, right? And okay, anyone else want to participate? Gaston, do you have any insight about what is AI?
Yeah, sure. Like as you mentioned, it's an artificial intelligence. It tries to mimic what really humans does, but again, it's artificial intelligence. So I would say it's an intelligence like that of human compared, but not really absolute like that of human. But it's try to complement or facilitate what we really do in our daily activities. Yeah.
Exactly. And someone said that is a branch of technology designed to perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. Perfect. Thank you for mentioning
Sure.
this. And that's why I would like artificial is a technology that mimic human tasks that design for specific tasks. Exactly. Perfect. So here, let me mention one important thing. Artificial intelligence isn't replacing humans. It's augmenting human capabilities. AI refers to computer systems that can perform tasks typically requiring human intelligence, like learning, problem solving, and decision making. So AI systems analyze patterns and data.
Gaston, if you can you please share your screen while Dr. Marwa is speaking?
Okay, I didn't send yet. Can you give me just 5 minutes to share this presentation or 2 minutes? Because I'm trying to connect. Why is this happening now? I was thinking about suggestions since there's no Wi-Fi, there's no connection with the laptop. Sorry, I'm so sorry in advance. It wasn't expected. I I chose a place with all the facilities needed, so I'm so sorry. I will try maybe. Is it kind of? I don't think it's feasible.
Sorry?
Uh, it seemed that electricity is now better, so I will join again. I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, right?
By the way, accordingly, we cannot talk about AI or digital tools or technology without electricity, without facilities, without infrastructure in any country. So this is one of
Yeah,
our
sure.
most challenges. And so 1 second. Gaston, I think you can receive now the document. It's loading.
Uh, Maybe Marwa, if you're having problem with your internet or sending us slides, then maybe meanwhile Gaston can take over and then maybe you can later follow him if it's possible.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that should be a good idea. Or if you can just share your slides, then maybe we can uh, display
I'm
from our
I'm
laptop.
trying to share the
Uh,
slide, but it's unfortunately internet. It's so bad. I'm so sorry. And I was planned for this session, and it was planned everything will be okay. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Gaston, you
Can I
can go ahead.
take over? Okay, right. So, guys, let me know if you can see my screen now. I will try to make it bigger.
yeah, we can see your
Yeah,
screen,
I can
Gaston.
see your screen.
Let me try to make it much bigger. So you can see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so as Marwa have been discussing much more on the importance of digital tools and what is exactly we're on this topic, what is exactly those digital tools are we talking about? So we've mentioned as recap that there are digital tools, but also we do have AI tools, but we do actually need them both. So Marwa will talk about them after. But let's see deeply see what is exactly the AI tools do we need as uh, uh, academicians or as students. So would anyone please drop in the chat box, like what are the digital tools? I think I gave you a clue, but I want to see yours. Like if you could please share in the chat box any digital tools you sometimes use or you usually use, maybe to see if we do have some in common.
سوري في شي مطرح احط بريز شرج لابتوبي؟ ما بعرف اذا بيشرج، ما عم بيشرج. ما شرجوا والله بهدلتهم.
So I can see and no one has shared now. So meanwhile we are sharing, I would like to hopefully you can see my screen, right? You can see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So let's start with what are the AI tools do we usually use in writing? So before we start, I would like to tell you, like AI tools shouldn't really replace our thinkings because they do have some advantages, but also we need to make sure that their disadvantages are not really coming to our work. So, starting with, let me know if anyone has ever used what we call Killbot, which is basically used in paraphrasing. So, let's say you've written your academics, essays, your projects in a language that you are brainstorming, whatever, putting any idea. Maybe you're not following chronologically, but you try to put everything you are thinking on the paper. So what I do sometimes, for me, I just write everything I'm thinking, and then I try to give it to Killbot to align it very correctly. Because sometimes as you write so fast, brainstorming, it's rarely that you are following grammatical orders and whatever. So for me, I do use this Killbot to make sure that everything I've written, they are coherent in terms of, grammar, in terms of chronological order of the event. So I want to make this session so practical because sometimes you've had experience with the tool, but I want to make sure that each one of us will be able to know how efficiently to use it. So if you could allow me, please, to go back and try to show you exactly what's the Killbot, because sometimes you will see if you join in online, you will see that some tools have a lot of relevance, but to see the original one, you find it so hard. So let me share with you my search. You please let me know if you can see. Can you see my Google now?
Yes, we can.
Sure. So this is Killbot. This is how we write it, and you can see this is the logo for the Killbot. You come here and tap the link like this, and then you will see this. This is actually the dashboard, the home screen. So you see Killbot has a lot of features, including paraphraser, where you can, your idea, maybe your idea, you did not like the written English, the format, you can please come here and tap paraphraser and it loads. It gives you a lot of options. You can see here, you can copy paste your text. Let's say you've written it in your notes from your phone, from your computer. You can please copy paste your text here. Or it gives you also an option to upload a document. Here, you can see the option to upload. Hopefully you are following my cursor to see where I'm tapping every time. So once you paste it here, you can then click paraphrase. You see in this corner, you will see the results, the reply. It also have other features, including grammatical checkers, where you can also paste and grade your grammars. This is sometimes helps people to, to learn some grammars. You just read it by yourself, but you want to see how much can you score on grammar, and then you can just paste it here. It grades you, and it also gives you the beta or the collective format, and then you can choose. So AI detector, by the way, if you are even given a position, for example, to judge some applications, and you do usually see among the requirement of the application, they tell you like no use of AI tools, or like if you score more than 40% of AI in your written essays, that is going to be disqualified. So what they do, they usually come here at AI detector and paste a document or your application, and they can see how much AI did you use. Also, you can use this as a judge, but also you can use it by yourself after writing, after maybe ChatGPT. We will see how to use it, but as in a quick advice, never rely on these AI tools. Never expected them to give ideas, because they're going to give general ideas like anyone else has. Make sure if you use them, your documents, your essays, your text, they remain so subjective to you. So for this, AI detector gives you how much, for example, have you used as in AI. Also, it has plagiarism checker, and it gives this option which some people criticize. How can AI humanize your text? Sometimes it's so funny. How can you tell AI that please read for me these things, and then later on ask it to humanize? What it does actually, it does not make it really human, as the word says. It tries to make it in English that a human can write. Because if you've seen what like ChatGPT do, it does not give really that English that people usually use. So when you tell it to humanize it, it does not give really human responses. It just tried to make the English much way simple and much way spoken, like that of humans. So never think if you humanized your text, your or whatever, it's going to be really humanized. So you will see a lot of option it gives. You can really try it by after the webinar, but make sure that the keyboard you tapped in, it's this one of this icon. So as we continue then, we can see here, we again present. So we go back to Grammarly. Grammarly usually gives what really keyboard does, but this time it just collected grammar. You can even try it also, and how it looks like is of, let me show you how it looks like so that you never confuse them. All right. Okay, I will present again. Yes, this is it. This is how it looks. Pay attention to these icons. I will try to zoom in to make sure that you tapped in the correct one. So don't waste your time taking screenshots of this. We will please share the document with you through your email. I will encourage you to follow what exactly we are doing. So you tap into grammar, so you will need to sign up and whatever. So the features are mostly likely to that of Keyboard. It gives you where to paste your document, and also the texts, and then you can proceed with grammar checking, and then you tap you go. So what you need to make sure is that you join in through this icon. This is Grammarly, and then you sign up. You can sign up, or you just join through your Google. This is something I believe you usually do. Yes. So back to the presentation again. All right. All right, so back to our presentation. So I hope you can see the screen back again. So we now dive into Gemini. So Gemini, it's mostly likely like ChatGPT, but what does Gemini? I usually use it in some research if I'm doing literature review, because it have this option which many AI search engine do not have, which is a deep search. A deep search, maybe I've seen ChatGPT has added it in, but what this Gemini does, it gives a profound information and the links to the sources. So I tell you once again, do not rely on what this AI tools gives you, but what really the importance of them is that they try to gather full information without you scanning all the documents. Okay, so if, for example, I'm searching like, let's see, I'm analyzing what articles were written about the prevalence of teenage pregnancy in Africa, maybe particularly in Rwanda. So Gemini, you write in like the topic you want Gemini to give you, and then you tap on the search engine, which is a deep search, for it to gather more information. So I will also try to tell you, because I want this to be more practical. Maybe you know before the tools, what I really want you to keep in mind is how to really use them. So Gemini, let me show you what Gemini exactly. All right, so you can see this is it. Right, so Gemini, you can see the tap in link. You tap in. Yeah, sure. This is how it looks. Hope you can see it clearly. So can you see my screen?
Yes, you can.
You sure? So let's say we want to see okay, you will first need to actually sign in here. And then you can see the dashboard looks more likely for that ChatGPT. But what does this after you sign in here, you will see something like a deep search. So after seeing the deep search, after writing in the topic you want it to give you, make sure you tapped into a deep search. It gives you the links, relevance, it quotes a lot of things for you to make sure that this is the not ideas it just generated, but it referenced to any officially published articles. So make sure for every idea is cited to the links, proving that it's not the idea it just generated, but rather it's a published document it's using. So, all right. So we continue with then with the presentation to see more the tools. ChatGPT, which most likely people use here. But what now is the problem is that most of our activities, our work, maybe academics, we're heavily relying on ChatGPT. Yeah, ChatGPT can help us do some work, can help us save time, as Marwa mentioned, but we need to make sure that ChatGPT is not doing almost of our work. It's not giving ideas. It can help us, excellently brainstorm, gives us creative writing, conversation interfaces, but really does not give, it shouldn't give us the final work. As I told you, ChatGPT even, it have some disadvantages, which I want you guys to discuss, because I know we are very, very acquainted with it. So what are then do's and don'ts for this ChatGPT use? So starting with don'ts, because we do usually use it. never rely on it for current events or recent eras. For example, you're asking like, what was the recently person who won UCI cycling championship? So for recent events and eras, it mostly likely confused them. And what I also discussed with Marwa when we were preparing this webinar, we also seen that ChatGPT sometimes confuses time zones. Yeah, sometimes people just ask it everything, even in converting time zones. You have to make sure that what it gives you, you need to consult other sources. Also, it's not good for basically never use it for final citations and references, because yeah, of course some documents would talk about the topic you wanted to ask, but sometimes it cites or reference the long document. So make sure and please don't expect it to replace your critical thinking. So I saw some people usually ask it in some situations, how would you think? What would you advise me to do in such situation? But what you should know is that sometimes I saw it some biased. Sometimes it will tell you to, you've been chatting with it for quite some times and it really saves your data, okay? And it really rely on the data you gave it in answering many of your questions. So sometimes it gets biased on what you usually talk about and try to give you what you really need to hear. So I would not call that an advice then. So never then expect it to replace your critical thinking. Also, last but not least, don't share your sensitive and personal information. So that's don'ts. How then should we use ChatGPT really efficiently? So efficiently comes with how do we really ask it the questions. So make sure that you like give um, enough details to the question you wanted, because sometimes it's going to bias it with other things. For example, I tried to give an example here for what would a good question would look like. So this is explain the main differences between capitalism and socialism for someone with no prior economic knowledge, focusing on property ownership and resource allocation. So ChatGPT is really good to give you step-by-step things. So asking such kind of question will be no problem. And then you need to request multiple perspectives on the topic. Never rely on what it gives you, and make sure that it cites. You can even add something like cite the. Please, you can cite the published articles or documents to make sure that what it says, it's really somewhere written, even though someone would ask you like, where did you get this information, would clearly show them. And it really gives you the peace, you've shared something which is really you can defend. It's a fact, it's something that is officially published. So what then the question would look like to ask ChatGPT? It's like this. What were the major global news headlines from yesterday? You see the current events, including specific stock market closing numbers for the SP 500. You see, it's no good for asking around recent events. So going then to the tools, for me, I do really need as a scholar during presentations, you'd like to present a final work. You'd like to make PowerPoint presentations. You'd like also to design your presentations much way better. For me, I do usually consult these tools, Gamma and Canva. So Gamma, I would like to share a bit more how it looks like and to save time. All right. Yes. So can you see my screen for Gamma, which is I'm scrolling right now?
Yes, yes.
Perfect, perfect. So this is Gamma, which this is the icon. I want you guys to pay attention to the icon. Like, look, I just typed in Gamma, but look how many responses I've got. So this might mislead you. That's why I made this so more practical to make sure that you tapped into the collected tool. This is how it looks like. I can please zoom in. You see, this is the icon. So I tap in to see how does it look like. So this is the main dashboard. If you can, you start here logging in. Let me use it. So you continue. Right. So this is the main dashboard you're going to see after joining in. They will ask you if you do plan to use Gamma. Yeah, for my personal use, maybe you can check whenever. It does not really gives high school graduate. Yeah, so this is the main dashboard. Can you see it? Paste in text, generate, import files, or whatever. So this is how Gamma would look like. This will help you once again to prepare your slides, your presentations. Okay, so it's not about it's going to generate ideas, but let me say you've got everything you wanted in your Microsoft Word, but you do not really have that much time to, to create your PowerPoint presentations from scratch. You can please come here and say import your files. You put a file there. Let's say you made, let me just pick a random. Let me pick my document here randomly. Yeah, it's taking some time. Okay, right. So it's done. You can see after pasting in my document that I want to be translated into a PowerPoint presentation. So you can see here a presentation is ticked, and then you can please tap in continue. So I want to show you how exactly the dashboard for creating a better presentations would look like. So you can see here, this is the important things you need to keep in mind. So here it gives you three main options. Here, generate, condense, or preserve. If you tap to generate, it's going to change your ideas. But if you tap into condense, also it's going to reduce or summarize your ideas. You can see sometimes we add some things. But if you say preserve, or how you gave the document, a word per word will be translated into a PowerPoint presentation. Okay. So I would like I would actually encourage you to tap here to preserve, because I expect you to have prepared well your document, what you need to share. So it's not going to be, you're not going to rely on AI to summarize everything for you, because sometimes you're going to lose important information, or sometimes you're going to have ideas differently from what you gave it. So I'll encourage you to tap here to preserve and then tap here to generate. It will give you a PowerPoint which you can be able to download. Yes, so from these documents, I will try to add also the links to make sure that you do not enter the bad, use the bad tool. Also, the second is Canva. Canva, mostly you guys know it. It gives you options to, uh, uh, edit your documents. You can even edit flyers, posters for webinars. Your document, you can design a PDF document. It gives a lot of, options. But one of the reminders here, the more you use these digital tools, the more you're going to be acquainted on it. Like this Canva, it sometimes requires some designing skills, which you're going to uh, get along with after some time using it. So please try Canva. Canva it doesn't have many things that mimics it. What they give you is exactly it. So here then, last but not least, is the tools for academic research. So any medical student, any healthcare student here, I would highly recommend you to use PubMed in case you are doing some literature review or you are searching information on a topic, but you want really approved information. So I highly recommend you to use PubMed. PubMed, to save time, I will try to add some screenshots of the right tool or website for these tools. Also, Google Scholar, which publish, it doesn't matter if it's about medicine, if it's about healthcare, everything Google Scholars has it. Okay, so I would recommend you if you really need some things or some source which is approved, I recommend academically these two things. To tell you, sometimes you do not really need to rely on ChatGPT. Is the research something you would defend, because something which is posted here, it's proved to be so real. Yeah. So hello,
We can hear you.
you can. Hello,
Hello, Gaston, we can hear you.
can you? Yeah, oh, right. So I was sharing you the last tool, the last but not least. It's it's something you already know, but sometimes have hidden features that every scholar, every student, whether or not you're doing your bachelor's, your PhD diploma, you're going to need this. Oh, that is Microsoft Excel. What do Microsoft Excel does then? So this Microsoft Excel would help you in your research presentation, or maybe it's not research. Maybe you want uh, to provide facts, or you want to present your data in a visual or in a visual graphics. For example, I will try to present this. As I said before, I want this to be more practical because maybe the tools we know them, but how to use them efficiently might be somehow challenging. So
All right,
I
Gaston,
will.
quickly check your chat. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
All right. So yeah, the last, this is Microsoft Excel. You're going to see what Milakity does. So you've did some research and you want to present them on graphs. So sometimes we do type them in ChatGPT, please provide me these data into graphics. I want to present them, like make them in a pie chart, make them bar charts. But what you really need to know is that Microsoft Excel does that better, and what even ChatGPT cannot do. And Microsoft Excel, what it gives you, it's the real things you gave it. For example, let's say we want to compare the nutrients which is in let's say avocado orange. Let's say nutrients. Hopefully you can see my screen for Excel. Let me please
Yes,
confirm.
we can see.
Okay, perfect. So we want to compare nutrients in avocado in different fruits. So let's say vitamins, proteins, yeah, and minerals. So here we say avocado. Here we say orange. So 50, let's say 50. 40. I'm just putting random numbers. So you come here and say insert on, you can see here you have different graphs. You say you tap on the pie chart and like that. So okay, you come here on insert. You can see. So you can see how it gives exactly the things. You can even here see you can tap on these things. You can see where I put my cursor to also you can, add different features, add names. It gives you minerals, vitamins. It can also gives you the percentage. You see the real documents, the real charts, we do need to add in our presentations, in our research we did. So without taking too much of the time, I will share the document through the email. I would like to give my floor back to our moderator. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gaston. Thank you very, very much. That was such a practical section. And I must say that I'm quite enlightened. And I also believe that our scholars are enlightened as well, because it was really practical and I was just following through every section of it. So thank you once again. And to our scholars, if you have questions, please use the question and answer session to send in your question. You can also use the chat section as well. So once again, we want to hear from our speaker, Dr. Mawa Malki. She's ready, and I know we have limited time. Our time is up, so I still want to hear from her. We want to hear from her because I know that she still has something good that she wants to share with us, right? So, Dr. Mawa, we are very sorry for the challenge you faced earlier. So, welcome back once again. So, please quickly, maybe you can just share a bit of what you have with us and take one or two questions and then we wrap it up. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you for your patience. Thank you, Gaston. I'm so proud of you because you dived more into each tool, which is perfect. From my side, I will focus only on digital tools and AI tools, how it will give you the beneficial to be ready for the market. That's why if we do like a recap about what we mentioned before, we talked about the digital tools, why it's important, and we defined AI in general and why it's a matter for our career, because it's a co-pilot, it's intelligent assistant, and it will help us to increase our productivity. Here you can see I put like examples to make it more real. So you should know that there is a difference between digital tools and AI. Digital tools usually are for organization, communication, and basic data. AI tools more for research, productivity, and generating content. And here you can see digital tools like Canva, like Trello for project management, Google Sheets, Excel for data analysis, Zoom, LinkedIn for communication, Coursera for learning and research, while AI-powered solutions, it's like ChatGPT, project management like ClickUp. Usually it's used for marketing agencies, very popular for data analysis. You can use Copilot for Excel. Communication, you can use Grammarly. Learning and research, Perplexity, especially for me as a PhD student, I use Perplexity. And it helps me a lot to get scientific references and valid references. But this is the comparison between them. But you should know that recently digital tools or AI is integrated in digital tools. So if you can open an account on Canva, this Canva for content creation to make a presentation, now you have Canva AI. So you can click to integrate AI in Canva. Also for LinkedIn, you have LinkedIn and you have LinkedIn Premium and LinkedIn with AI. So this is for your information. What else? I'm trying to be quick. I would like to mention, besides everything said by Gaston, that AI is a good tool, is important tool for us, but we should be aware that AI, at the end of the day, has limitations because it lacks real-time information and cannot replace critical thinking or creativity. So you should, every time using AI tools, check, make it human, and review the data before sharing. Okay, so this is in general about, I'm trying to be quick, notion about AI. What else? Digital tools and AI tools will help you to be ready for the market. How? LinkedIn is the digital tool. So it's your business identity and it attracts recruiters. So that's why everyone few has to have a LinkedIn account now. So how to use AI to improve your LinkedIn profile? By using AI sharing prompt to let the ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot to help you draft or articulate the bio on LinkedIn, to articulate the summary about you, to help you generate the experience on LinkedIn. And also you can generate your photo using AI. So LinkedIn, it's an important digital tool and you can use AI to improve it and to have a digital identity to attract recruiters and to have more opportunities. Here you can take a screenshot. There are many digital platforms similar to LinkedIn, but it's not popular like LinkedIn, like Glassdoor, AngelList, Medium, Behance, GitHub. Okay. What else? AI also can help you to power your career or to develop your career and to search for a job, for a suitable job. How? Starting the CV and resume creation to the job approval or job interview. So CV writing and resume, it's important. So using AI will help you to analyze job description or the job you are applying for, and will help you to optimize your CV by using the keywords. So it's all about being smart and try to extract the keywords from the jobs you are applying for and try to put it on ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot and ask this tool to help you adapt or improve your CV. So your CV will be ready to be submitted for any role. Second, it will help you definitely to be prepared for an interview. It's all about using the right prompt. So you can ask ChatGPT, for example, please, I'm applying for this job, and I want you to help me to expect or to know the expected questions. And please give me the suitable responses, and try also to ask about STAR method responses, which is situation, task, action, result. You can take a screenshot, or I can share my presentation with you. Last but not least, about AI and your career development, it's about continuous upskilling with Coursera Plus, for example, and by learning through many, many tools like Perplexity and ChatGPT. Okay, latest trends, you should know about them. AI automation platforms, you should try to check Zapier AI and Make.com. It's a no-code automation connecting many applications. What does it mean, no code? No code, low code, it means tools that you can create the system inside this tool. You don't need to ask for software developer. It's no code. So try each time to create account and check this. Just type Zapier AI and you can make it. This is for automation platforms. The most trend is for AI videos and content now is the Loom AI, the scripts. And for advanced analytics tool, there is DataGPT and Hex. For enhanced collaboration platforms, you have Notion AI, Miro AI, and Figma AI. Last but not least, this is my not an advice, this is sharing with you my suggestions, my recommendation for you to be succeed in the digital words and AI words. You have to have an action plan, digital success action plan. So try for the first and second week, like trying to search about tools, knowing about tools, and try to be present digitally and optimize your LinkedIn profile. Set up essential tools like Gmail organization, calendar management, password manager. So try to create accounts on 3 to 5 key platforms relevant to your field. Try to do it within 1 or 2 weeks, and this is as foundation building. Then the next 3 and 4 week, AI integration, try to experiment ChatGPT, Copilot, ChatGPT and Gemini if you have email, Gmail, Hotmail, whatever. Copilot if you have business email, to help you with your daily tasks. So practice prompt engineering, because we said before, it's all about being smart in writing the prompt for AI and give them the information needed to help them help you later on. So use AI for research, content creation, and identify 2 to 3 AI tools that enhance your specific work. After the first month, the second month, as an action plan, you can focus on skills development, as we said before, like using Coursera or AI, any assisting learning tool to help you optimize your skills. Last but not least, in your action plan, to be innovative, please try to continue innovative and to continue innovation. Try to subscribe to tech newsletters, like here, join digital communities, or try to attend sessions like this as much as you can. Thank you for your listening. Thank you for your patience. I hope my intervention, even it's a quick intervention, it was beneficial and informative, and I will be always here to support and to give from my experience. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was really great, Marwa. Thank you so much for taking your time to explain all of that to us. It was a nice section, an interesting one at that. So we are behind time already. So I quickly just want to rush through a question that was asked by one of the participants. And I think this question is being directed to Gatsin, because he talked broadly about AI tools. And the question is, some AI tools have limits of words to be uploaded. How can we go about it if the words exceed the limit?
Sorry.
Yeah,
So, okay, sorry. Okay.
you're sure you can
Gaston, go ahead.
please go on, Marwa.
I think I got the meaning about the limitations of credits. So as you may know that in each AI tool or digital tools, you have a free version and you have paid version. So the difference between them, it's about the credits. It's about the accurate data. It's about features. So, and the limits. That's why if you have to do multiple tasks and you need more features, you need more accurate data, unfortunately, you have to pay to get the advanced or the paid one. What do you think, Gaston?
Yeah, sure. The difference is mostly concerns the credits and the features it gives you. But again, practically, we've seen that AI shouldn't do most of our work. And then from that perspective, I see free premium is really enough because it gives you the basics you need, like where to start. It will give you what order could your, let me say, your essay would go like, and how would also, it gives you a crew of designs where sometimes, like for example, I would ask if I do not have a time to think about a design for a poster, for example, I would go ask ChatGPT, like, would you please make me a good background, considering these kind of colors and whatever. And after it gives me the background, the picture of a graphic, I'll then paste it into Canva. I start my design. You see, I didn't start from the scratch, but I needed some basic graphic skills to continue my graphics until I get a better poster, a flyer. You see, the free premium, to answer your question, Charis, free premium gives you the basics you need. However, if you'd like, you can pay for the premium. But for my side, uh, I see free premium to give the basics we always need as scholars. As you've seen, we shouldn't even basically use entirely AI.
All right, thank you, Gassin. And I do hope Charles' question have been answered accurately. So with this, I think we can come to the end of this webinar now because we are way behind time. And once again, I want to apologize to our scholars, our participants for taking so much of your time. Um, technical issues do come up once in a while, and sometimes they are beyond our control. So I hope you understand us, and thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for attending this webinar. And we thank our speakers, Gassin and Dr. Mawa, for your time, for making us time to speak to us, to enlighten us on this topic on mastering essential tools to elevate academic and professional work. It was such a worthwhile section, and I really enjoyed it, and I learned a lot from it also. I got to understand the difference between the digital tools and AI tools to an extent. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate your time. So with this, we want to call it a day. And I hope to see our participants once again next month, by the last weekend of next month. So I believe you will be joining us once again. So thank you all very much, and bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you,
Mawa.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.